Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here for this special preview of the 2026 Pennsylvania Farm Show. It's an exciting moment for Pennsylvania agriculture and certainly for the Farm Show Complex and Expo Center as we host you to see a sneak peek of what we'll have to offer this week. From January 10th through the 17th, the Pennsylvania Farm Show will once again bring together 500,000 visitors for exhibits, competition, food, and innovation. It's more than a gathering, though. It's a celebration of our ag heritage. It's a huge economic driver and a showcase of the people and ideas shaping the future of farming in our state. Alongside our closest 500,000 friends who join us each year, the Farm Show will welcome more than 12,000 competitive events. We'll have nearly 5,000 animals, 4,600 Pennsylvania exhibitors, 250 Pennsylvania businesses, and an estimated 4,000 volunteers who help plan, manage events, come up with rules and regulations, new competitions, and run the facility. We extend a heartfelt thank you to the Friends of the Farm Show Foundation for their continued investment in educational programming. Their support plays a vital role in what we do here in bringing to life many of the exhibits you'll see today and throughout the week. This year promises to be especially memorable. As the nation commemorates America's 250th anniversary, the 2026 Farm Show kicks off the celebration for our state with programming that honors our shared history and the values and resilience and ongoing growth of America's agriculture. Today, we're excited to preview several new features you'll be seeing on the show floor. And of course, we'll stop by the food court. Be sure to grab your favorites this week, as well as some of our new items, including chocolate-covered strawberries, fresh squeezed juices, acai bowls, mushroom and spinach breakfast burritos, and mushroom coffee. We hope you'll help us share what's new and what's next as we grow a nation at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. And now it's my pleasure to welcome someone who's been a steadfast advocate for agriculture and the Farm Show, our Secretary of Agriculture, Russell Redding.
Thank you, Heidi. Well done. Hey, Heidi, thank you. And just a note of thanks to Heidi for stepping in as our Farm Show Director. She is no stranger to this complex. Her family and Heidi personally have very, very deep roots in agriculture in Somerset County, but also here at the Farm Show Complex. So thank you for sharing your expertise and leading this complex as well. Good morning to each of you, and thank you particularly to our media friends who are here. It is always reassuring as we look around, both during this week of Farm Show, but you cover agriculture through the year. We thank you for that very much. To all of those in the agricultural community, just at the start of this Farm Show, I'm always humbled to think of the work that you do that bring us to this moment to allow us to celebrate the achievements of agriculture over 250 years, but also over the last 110 years of our state. It is a beautiful story to tell. We are honored to tell it and to tell your story along with you. Every time that I walk into this complex, I am mindful of the beautiful frieze that is around the top of this complex. If you saw it coming in the front doors, there is a reason that it says agriculture and commerce. Everything we do in this complex and certainly in this industry is tucked between those two words that are important both to remind us of industries, but also of what we do. And they are chiseled in stone. They are not negotiable. They are part of who we are, and that is a reminder as well of the long, long story of this industry. So thank you. As we reflect, we also think about what happens here, and certainly in the history of America. America began in Pennsylvania. We'll tell that story. You'll have a chance to see from the earliest days how agriculture has shaped this country. Philadelphia was at the very, very center of our national interest in science and agriculture. Our farms led the cities and sustained the Continental Army, powered the industry, and built strong rural communities that continue to anchor our economy today. That legacy will be on full display during the 2026 Pennsylvania Farm Show. This is also a time that you get to use all 5 senses. You'll see the people behind the food system. You'll taste Pennsylvania's pride and products. You'll hear the stories of preservation and perseverance and innovation. You'll smell the farm and the food. And you will touch the fabric that has woven us together as an industry and a nation. And you'll experience agriculture up close through the hands-on experiences, the live demonstrations, the stories that connect consumers directly to the land and the people who care for it. Under the leadership of Governor Shapiro, Pennsylvania is doubling down on agriculture as both an economic driver and a public good. This administration understands well that when agriculture is strong, Pennsylvania is strong. I've been with him many times and often heard his refrain and his vision for Pennsylvania that runs right through our farms. And it's not just about this generation, it's about the next and the one after. And that future is very much on display during this farm show. So as you preview the 2026 Pennsylvania Farm Show, you'll catch a glimpse of the future that we are growing together, one that elevates innovation, one that tells the full story of Pennsylvania's food system. It invites every visitor to connect more deeply with the people and the products and the places that make agriculture thrive. But before we look ahead, it's important to remember where the story began. Pennsylvania's agricultural roots are inseparable from our nation's founding, shaped by leaders who understood that a strong democracy depends on a strong agricultural economy. One of those leaders is Benjamin Franklin, Pennsylvania's most famous founding father, inventor, entrepreneur, organizer, and proponent of freedom. During the work that I've done in agriculture, I look back a little bit at the Society for Promoting Agriculture. It's got a beautiful history. Guess who its founder was? Benjamin Franklin. As the member of the Philadelphia Society for Promoting Agriculture, the oldest society in America, by the way, Mr. Franklin was the founding member. And I'm humbled by what the society did to ensure that farmers at the time had access to education and research to improve the station in life of every farmer and to recognize that agriculture was central to a civil society. To help bring that history to life, it's my pleasure to introduce Benjamin Franklin, who will take us back to the agricultural foundations that helped grow a nation and continue to guide Pennsylvania agriculture today. Mr. Franklin.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Greetings and good day to you all. Unless you're as long in the tooth and as well preserved as I am, you may not recognize me by other than the statuary that adorn buildings and perch over roadways throughout my beloved Philadelphia, though I believe those stone and bronze statues have sort of taken liberties with my portliness. By way of introduction, I am indeed Benjamin Franklin, a Pennsylvania inventor, businessman, journalist, and organizer, and part of a host of gentlemen known as founding fathers of our great nation. And by the way, I've never lived on a farm. I've never lived anywhere but in a city, but I could never have lived without farmers. I put my pen to drafting the Declaration of Independence, though like my contemporary, farmer and penman John Dickinson, I espoused a resolution of our grievances through reason rather than taking up arms against the crown, forcing the colonies to purchase necessities importing from England. Imagine buying things imported from England when we had all of these resources here. And taxing these goods was destructive to our freedom and the economy of the New World. This brings me to this auspicious occasion, to you, my fellow authors, and among others, others among you who propagate stories by strange means by which I'm intrigued, but unfamiliar. Those of you recording this event for the enrichment of our fellow citizens, I am told this tradition of some 110 years, fairly recent in my estimation, is the Commonwealth State Fair, a celebration of all things agricultural. The Pennsylvania Farm Show is an 8-day gathering of those who farm and those who reap the benefits, the fruits of that labor, while expressing their unrestrained delight at consuming its wonders. I applaud my fellow Pennsylvanians for such a noble tradition of bringing the citizenry together to foster education and understanding. This, my friends, is the path to civil discourse, understanding, and ultimately progress. It is the true means to growing our nation. By understanding each other, we create a fertile ground for solving our collective challenges and the pressing problems of this day as our nation embarks upon the next 250 years. I hearken back to the words of my friend Betsy Ross as she joined you to unveil the theme of this event, rightfully recognizing farmers who have planted the seeds of this nation and through whose toil have reaped it and sowed a harvest of progress. Pennsylvania farmers have held our communities together, feeding and clothing our neighbors. As Betsy so eloquently noted, farmers have done the work, and their sweat and calluses have been witness to our progress. Who will take up the plow to continue and keep us growing? I was graciously invited by my friend Russell Redding, the Secretary of Agriculture, to introduce you to some of these Pennsylvanians who are taking up the plow during this 2016 Farm Show. I invite you to join me and Secretary Redding as we travel throughout this impressive array of exhibits to get a glimpse of the coming event and the citizenry whose labors will educate the masses on our magnificent agricultural landscape. We're going to talk to some of the people who really make this farm show what it is. The science applied in true revolutionary fashion, the harvest produced, and the growth its people are nourishing for our entire nation. So come along with us, and we're going to introduce you to some of the really important people in Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Let me say just welcome to the 110th Pennsylvania Farm Show. It happens to coincide with America 250. And what a great story, right? You cannot sort of parse out the journey of this state and nation with agriculture. So it's a beautiful sort of way to bring it together. We celebrate that at Farm Show. I think that what stood out to me is so you want to be a farmer, right? We spend a lot of time in the Department of Agriculture talking about what agriculture is today, but you realize that there are a lot of folks who don't have that same understanding. And the booth and the demonstration and the exhibit of you want to be a farmer allows folks to touch and feel and see what agriculture is.
Tell us about what's growing in Pennsylvania's hardwoods.
So Pennsylvania, we are world renowned for some of the highest quality hardwoods in the world. In fact, 60% of our state is forested, and 90% of that forest is hardwood, the trees with the leaves. The trees that you're going to turn into wood products that are on your floors, your furniture, your cabinets. Here in Pennsylvania, our top species are black cherry, red oak, white oak, soft maple, hard maple, and our wood is world renowned.
What can a visitor find in this green haven? It's wintertime.
It is.
So what can you find now?
Well, you can find beautiful flowering sunflowers, you can find strawberry plants, you can find tomatoes, and you can also find lots of farmers here ready to talk to you about how to become a farmer.
Wonderful.
Everything we have on the table is all from Pennsylvania, produced in Pennsylvania, made in Pennsylvania, and a lot of it's going to be featured on this stage behind me. We have chefs every hour on the hour either doing a demonstration of a recipe you can find in the 250th anniversary cookbook, or a competition. And so at 1 p.m. every day, we'll have competitions with chefs.
Pennsylvania apples are appreciated worldwide, all over the world. Adams County in particular in Pennsylvania is the #1 apple growing county in the state, but Pennsylvania ranks 4th in the nation for apple production. So it is very true to our core, literally, and we're very proud of the fruit that we produce, many on multi-generational family farms that are still thriving today.
So tell me about the Angora Palooza.
So the Angora Palooza is a competition where there are team members with 5 members, and they have 2.5 hours to take a rabbit and turn it into a scarf.
Oh, goodness.
So they take the fiber from the rabbit, they spin it into yarn, and then they weave it into a scarf.
America 250 EPA has partnerships with all 67 counties, and we're thrilled about that. We're the first state in the nation to have those partnerships with all of the counties and over 400 local municipalities. And again, we're really trying to engage every Pennsylvanian in every county and want to make sure that there's something for everybody. So again, you can go to our website, you can go to social media, and this unit will travel from April 1st through July 4th across all 67 counties. So you'll have an opportunity to visit it in your county as well.
One of my earliest farm show memories actually lied in that powdered potato donut, because me and my sister used to have a race to see who could eat it the fastest. That's one of my favorite memories and traditions that this farm show has. This is a lot of food here, not one that I could stomach myself. So any leftover food at the end of the week will actually be donated to a local food bank to bless families right here in the community of Harrisburg. So not only is agriculture feeding the people here, but it's also feeding people in the community as well.
Okay, all right. We're doing a fantastic job here in the state. It employs over 60,000 individuals. We have over 2,100 companies that rely on our great resource.
Well, you did a great job.
To learn about soil health, and how nature works together to help us feed our communities.
Great. Well, explain how putting children to work.
We actually have displays here called Good for the Sister. So that's a companion planting strategy that's been used here for hundreds and hundreds of years.
How do you do? Good to meet you. We're here with Chef Weaver.
How are you?
Did I say that right? Yes. He's a celebrated chef and consultant here in central Pennsylvania. And he's here with a sampling of Pennsylvania.
And from the Food Network, if you've seen his restaurant down in southern Pennsylvania, and he's got one in Maryland. He's fantastic. He's going to be here on Sunday. We've also got some new stuff this. What? Come around here. Yeah. So get your samples. I'm gonna come. Please grab something before you go because we didn't put it out here for nothing. We want you to definitely eat it. If you would please leave the product that's not open though on the table. I'd appreciate it, but please grab something. That's good. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa!
That's a flag I'll salute. Yes, it is.
So the beauty of the mural. Yep. Thank you, everybody.
There's another one from John.
Footage, but I will call.
Well, I can tell that she's got, she's got, and then she's just a little bit of a white woman on her virtue, a man she's carried it.
Now, what is that? What is Angora Palooza?
So this is a giant Angora. His name is Marcus.
That's an Angora, which is a
rabbit.
a rabbit. There is a rabbit. Instead of pulling it out of a hat, we're just.
So the Angora Palooza is a competition where there are team members with 5 members, and they have 2.5 hours to take a rabbit. It will be broadcast.
I didn't invent it. I don't know.
That's Kyle.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not Franklin Bar.
It's alpaca.
Alpaca.
It's alpaca. Down there we had Unit 3.
Those are not native to Pennsylvania.
Those are not native to Pennsylvania. Montgomery County.
Wonderful. And they're bringing us all this. So you've got rabbits and you've got alpacas. Gets your brain going. What more can we do?
Right. It's, and come to appreciate that, you know, the day you plant something is the easiest day in agriculture.
Yes.
This organization into schools over the last year or so. And Cassandra Coleman is a powerhouse, I can tell you that. And she's going to tell you how your knowledge.
So thank you so much, Ben, and thank you all for coming and visiting. So we are American 250PA, the Commonwealth's official commission, planning for all of the programming projects, actually an 8-bit video game called the Keystone Quest, where you drive your Butler County produced Jeep around Pennsylvania collecting coins and flags, but you have to avoid spotted lantern flies or rolling timber else you lose your coins. And then on the left side there, you can enter into the Commonwealth Chronicles. And you, like our Governor Josh Shapiro, who has a message for you. But again, we encourage you to walk around the unit and take it all in. So thank you so much. About that. We're the first state in the nation to have those partnerships with all of the counties and over 400 local municipalities. And again, we're really trying to engage every Pennsylvanian in You're officially a part of history for the 250th, Secretary.
Thank you.
Perfect.
That's good.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you. So we're open. We can sample. Okay, let's sample. Come on, folks. Enjoy. Franklin, thank you.
memories and traditions that this farm show has. But one of the most unique things that we offer here is being able to just spend time with the people around you. And not only that, but also meet all of the Pennsylvania Ag at the end of the week will actually be donated to a local food bank to bless families right here in the community of Harrisburg. So not only is agriculture feeding the people here.
These are the stuffed mushrooms. It's from Pennsylvania. The coffee roaster is from Westchester. And Phillips Mushroom Farm has Oh, blueberry for bed. Got it. Yeah. I'm going to see one too. Yep, got it.
Introduce you to John Geyer, Director of Pennsylvania's Hardwood Department, the Hardwood Development Council at the Department of Agriculture. John, tell us about what's growing in Pennsylvania's hardwoods.
So Pennsylvania, we are world renowned for some of the highest quality hardwoods in the world. In fact, 60% of our state is forested, and 90% of that forest is hardwood, the trees with the leaves. The trees that you're going to turn into wood products that are on your floors, your furniture, your cabinets. Here in Pennsylvania, our top species are black cherry, red oak, white oak, soft maple, hard maple, and our wood is world renowned.
Oh, wonderful. Well, why would anyone wish to make wood flooring and furniture from anything other than hardwood?
That's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that because wood is good, as my friend Secretary Redding likes to say.
Wood is good.
It's the best building material. It's renewable. It grows in your backyard. It'll come back in our lifetime. Other building materials such as PVC or tile, plastics. Just take my word for it.
Well.
It's not good for your health. It's not good for your home. But when you choose wood, you're choosing a choice that puts value back into a forest, that keeps a forest as forest. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to educate Pennsylvanians on why wood is good and why sustainable forestry is really the key to our future. It provides us with great rural jobs. It provides us with clean air, clean water, wildlife habitat, carbon storage, and the list goes on and on. And it's one of our main drivers.
Talk about the sustainability.
Yeah, so here in Pennsylvania, our forest is growing at 2.4 times the rate of harvest, meaning that each year we have more and more forest, even though we're utilizing that resource. That's the core of sustainable forestry. Ensuring that that resource is better than what we've left it. And we're doing a fantastic job here in the state. It employs over 60,000 individuals. We have over 2,100 companies that rely on our great resource.
Well, you're doing a great job of educating people. And you know, I think there are people who think that this whole continent used to be all forests and then what we see left is what's here, but it is a renewable and renewing thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. In fact, Pennsylvania really helped grow the nation. Our woods were used to build railroads, build homes. It was the tall masts and ships. And we continue to help build and grow our nation currently. Yeah. I'm sure you would have probably appreciated if this was maybe a turkey instead of an eagle.
Well, no, it's all right. You know.
Okay, all right.
If it were a turkey, they wouldn't let me eat it.
Good. Thank you, John.
Yep,
Thank you,
of course.
John.
All right.
Appreciate you guys visiting.
Take care.
Take care.
All right. You know, not everybody's cut out to be a farmer, but if you want to be a farmer, then this is the young woman who can tell you about it. This is my colleague Jen Brodsky, and she's from the Pie Bird Farm in Ottsville in Bucks County.
That's right.
And one of Mr. Penn's local his land grant colonies.
Yes.
Yes, not so far from my own homestead and farm on the
Pennsbury
Delaware
Manor, right?
River. Yes.
Yeah.
But not mine, his, Mr. Penn's, yes. What can a visitor find in this green haven? It's wintertime.
It is.
So what can you find now?
Well, you can find beautiful flowering sunflowers, you can find strawberry plants, you can find tomatoes, and you can also find lots of farmers here ready to talk to you about how to become a farmer.
Wonderful. I'm not familiar with the discipline of, somebody mentioned something called vermiculture?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we've got worms.
Worms?
We
well,
have
really,
worms, so
can you take a pill for that?
no, in this case, we want them.
Oh,
We
all
want
right, good.
red wiggler worms, and they actually help us break down waste and turn it into compost.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
we're really excited to use that, and also kids here today can actually dig for worms. So it's really a great hands-on way to learn about soil, to learn about soil health, and how nature works together to help us feed our communities.
Great. Well, explain about how putting children to work on a homestead, how it's beneficial for educational development and their character.
Well, as the daughter of a union organizer, I would say it's probably not a good idea to put kids to work.
Well, I mean, within the laws, of
No,
course.
I do understand. I think the most impactful thing about kids being involved in growing their own food is really understanding their relationship to nature, how much we rely on soil to live and to feed our communities. It really helps us learn how to work together, how to work with the elements, how to work with nature and our communities. So it's a really meaningful, and as someone who grew up in Philadelphia, not on a farm, watching kids pull a carrot out of the ground for the first time is life-changing.
Wow. Now, I understand that some of our Native American brethren are going to be here today, and they're going to be demonstrating the planting techniques that they used before the settlers, like all of our ancestors, many of our ancestors
That's
came
right.
here. What can you tell me about that?
So, I mean, we've learned so much from indigenous cultures and the way that they cared for land. And we actually have displays here called the Three Sisters. And so that's a companion planting strategy that's been used here for hundreds and hundreds of years. And so it's corn, you'll see that behind you there, squash, which lays a ground cover, as well as beans, which use the corn stalk to grow.
But why call it the Three Sisters?
Why call it the Three Sisters? Oh, Secretary Redding, you're making me a little nervous. They work together.
Well, they do, certainly.
They work in concert with each other, family, and supporting. Each plays its own role.
Yes, we have a lot to learn from people before us.
That's right.
Certainly,
Yes, we
indeed.
do. Yes, we do.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate your sharing.
Yeah, thanks for visiting.
Thank you,
right,
Jen.
very
Look
well.
forward to the
Okay.
week.
Enjoy the farm
Okay.
show.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Secretary
Thank
Redding.
you.
Great
All
to
right.
see
Thank
you.
you. Good. Meet Benjamin Franklin.
How do you do? Good to meet you.
Usually I am.
We're here with Chef
Yes.
Weaver.
How are you?
Did
Yeah.
I say that right?
Yes.
He's a celebrated chef and consultant here in central Pennsylvania. And he's here with a sampling of Pennsylvania sourced foods and beverages that'll be featured throughout the farm show. Is that correct?
It is.
In the main hall farmers market. And,
Absolutely.
You can take them home, or I imagine you can eat some of them while you're here. All right. What can you tell me about this feast here?
So all of the product you see here is Pennsylvania product. Everything we have on the table is all from Pennsylvania, produced in Pennsylvania, made in Pennsylvania. And a lot of it's going to be featured on this stage behind me. We have chefs every hour on the hour either doing a demonstration of a recipe you can find in the 250th anniversary cookbook, or a competition. And so at 1 p.m. every day we'll have competitions with chefs. We'll have some local media personalities. We'll also have some folks from radio, things like that, and some kids even competing for a real farm show ribbon using the product that's here. And a lot of this product was supplied by the farm store. And this is Angela from the farm store. She's going to talk about it here in just a minute. This year, brand new, we've got Brian Voltaggio coming, and from the Food Network. If you've seen his restaurant down in southern Pennsylvania, and he's got one in Maryland. He's fantastic. He's going to be here on Sunday. We've also got some new stuff this year. We've got some product from, of course, Trogs and Windridge. So we're kind of featuring PA cider, beer, and wine this year. We've also got a distillery, which is new to us. Stolen Wolf, if you've heard of them, if you've been down towards Lancaster County. And yeah, so I'm going to pass it off to Angela. She brought a lot of this product. She can tell you a little bit more about it and what they do.
Absolutely, thank you. So my background here is that my husband and I have a farm, Honeybrook Farm in Schuylkill Haven, and that's in Schuylkill County. One of the things that we wanted to be able to do was make it a little bit easier for not just ourselves, but other farmers to be able to sell their products direct to consumer. And so we opened up the farm store in 2025, just in February. We haven't been open a year yet, but we prioritized buying from local farmers. Our mission is to support local farmers and also to be an outlet for customers to have a consistent location where they can buy right from farmers. And so we purchase all the products from our farmer vendors, and then we turn around and we sell it back to our local community. So we're central location in Pottsville. It's right in the center of Schuylkill County. We have a lot of vendors that are right from Schuylkill, Berks, and surrounding counties. It's been a fantastic opportunity. We started with only about 25 vendors. Now we have over 50 farmers and over 80 vendors that we're buying from, and nearly all of them are right here in Pennsylvania. So it's been a phenomenal opportunity, and to see not just our business grow, but also the farms that we're supporting and the local businesses like bakeries, the farms that are making soap, everything that we're able to put in the store, just seeing those businesses grow and succeed, and the happiness from our customers is just really rewarding.
Sounds like your market.
You're going to have some culinary students helping you with the work, right?
We are, yeah.
That must be a great part of their education.
Yeah, it's a huge part of what we do, and it's a huge part of their education. They get to work with all the chefs that are listed. We've got local chefs from the Hilton, from Millworks. We've got chefs from Ember and Ash down in Philly, all coming, and all of those students get to work with them. So we've got students from IUP culinary program. We've got students from the even at the high school level. So Dauphin County Technical Institute, Perry County, all coming, and they practically run the kitchen. These students and their chef instructors, and then they come out on stage with every single chef and support them on stage. Some of them are even going to do the demonstrations while the chefs are speaking. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's good.
And feel free to get some samples. We've got these. These are from Honeybrook Farms. So this is a T-bone steak, beef, and then you've got T-bone pork chops. There's also obviously cheese and charcuterie, all Pennsylvania product. There's plates, napkins, and forks. And please grab something before you go, because we didn't put it out here for nothing. We want you to definitely eat it. If you would please leave the product that's not open though on the table. I'd appreciate it. But please grab something from there.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
What a great thank you for doing the market, because it sort of reminds me of Mr. Franklin of sort of that common market.
Oh yes.
You bring folks together.
Yes.
And,
I mean, markets are where people meet one another. Markets are food is where people meet one another. Food is where people talk and understand each other. I mean, this is so important. So important.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Grab
Here we are. We're going to talk about apples. You know, you've heard of Johnny Appleseed? He came right through Pennsylvania and spreading those seeds that gave us so many great apples here in Pennsylvania. But I'm here with Ellie Hollabaugh of the Hollabaugh Brothers Orchard, and obviously not all brothers.
Not all brothers.
Here in Biglerville. And it's just the heart of apple country, they tell me. And it's going to unveil a magnificent annual tradition that's going to bring so much attention to Pennsylvania's abundant apple. I should say real quickly, I lived in London many years because I was working for the colony. I couldn't find good apples. I had my wife send me barrels of apples all the way from Philadelphia to London because the Pennsylvania apples were the ones that I wanted. So I love Pennsylvania apples.
Wonderful.
Anyway, what do you say about Pennsylvania apples? What can you tell them about Pennsylvania apples, Ellie?
Well, even today, Pennsylvania apples are appreciated worldwide, all over the world. Adams County in particular in Pennsylvania is the #1 apple growing county in the state, but Pennsylvania ranks 4th in the nation for apple production. So it is very true to our core, literally. And we're very proud of the fruit that we produce, many on multi-generational family farms that are still thriving today. New and different varieties have kind of taken over from some of the historical varieties, although it's exciting that there's still a place for some of those heirloom, old-fashioned varieties that you may have had back in the day that we still enjoy today as well.
What's one I might have had back then?
How about Arkansas Black?
Arkansas Black. You know, that is something that I just think we're discovering that again. It seems like it went away for a long time.
It did go away for a long time, and it's kind of making a comeback. It's got a very thick skin, which I think is what made it successful back in the day when storage facilities were not ideal.
Wonderful.
But it's kind of making a comeback. It's a neat apple.
Well, if I could sort of, the work that Mr. Franklin did early was around research and education. How is that today? I mean, what are the sources of information you look to?
Yeah, research and education are the foundation, literally, of everything we do as apple growers in the state. We work very closely, especially with Penn State. The Free Research Center and Extension programs support us day in and day out. When invasive species come into the state from other parts of the world, they're the first to step to the plate to say, let's figure this out. How do we combat this? How do we continue to be successful apple growers in the state of Pennsylvania despite these challenges that are presenting ourselves? The extension part of it is what disseminates all of that information to us as growers. We work very, very closely with research and education as a component of what we do as commercial fruit growers.
Well, we got this big wall here. Now, I'm told that there's going to be something that this wall is going to do for the visitors to the farm show.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so this is our beautiful representation of what is very passionate to us as apple growers. This is a beautiful mural that is created out of apples. It changes every year. You'll note that the framework of the mural is the state of Pennsylvania. So of course, Corda are being here, but each year we are excited to reveal a different design. This year we're really excited about the design and how it plays into the theme of the farm show this year and the fact that it's our 250th anniversary. Apples were created and started to be planted in the United States in the early 1600s, actually. So apples have been here since the very beginning.
And your family, you told me you're a third generation and
Yes.
you've got a fourth one out there
That's
somewhere,
right, that's right. We
Wonderful.
just celebrated our 70th anniversary and we hope to celebrate many more.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much, Ellie.
Yep. Shall we take a look?
Let's do it. We're going to unveil.
All right, so
we're
we're
gonna
going to
unveil
count
it.
down. Would you like to do the honors of counting
Yeah.
down, Mr. Franklin?
Sure.
From 5, maybe?
From
5 down to
I
1?
could even do 10 if you want.
Whatever, your choice.
Really, I've been known to go higher. But anyway, we're going to do 5.
All right.
We're going to count with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! It is. That's a flag I'll salute. Yes, it is.
Great reveal.
So the beauty of the mural is that it becomes even more clear to the eye when you look at it through the lens of a camera or a phone. So you can see it that it says 1776 to 2026. We've got a nice apple core on the side, but when you look through the lens of a camera, it just pops at you.
And that's the shape of Pennsylvania.
It sure is, yep.
Indeed.
Wow.
Wonderful.
It's beautiful. It's become this sort of a beautiful mosaic to the complex.
Yep.
Yeah. The whole farm show story is here. So
Wonderful.
It's
Thanks so
beautiful.
much.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Ellie.
you. Yep.
Thank you.
Nice to
See you all
meet you.
week.
Well, now this is, what is that? And what is Angora Palooza?
So this is a giant Angora. His name is Marcus.
That's an Angora, which is a
rabbit.
A rabbit. There is a rabbit. Instead of pulling it out of a hat, we're just going to pull it out of all of this, you see. All right, so tell me about the Angora Palooza.
So the Angora Palooza is a competition where there are team members with 5 members, and they have 2.5 hours to take a rabbit and turn it into a scarf.
Oh, goodness.
So they take the fiber from the rabbit, they spin it into yarn, and then they weave it into a scarf.
But the rabbit stays, right?
Yes, the rabbit
This is
stays.
good.
They can
This is
use
good.
fiber that's already clipped off the rabbit.
Wonderful.
Or they can pluck it off the rabbit, and that does not hurt the rabbit.
Oh, really?
Because it's the new coat is pushing out the old one.
Wonderful. So education is this is educating, and that's such an essential part of the farm show. What was the most important way of being a part of this event to sort of fed your own growth as a young person? I assume you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, this is actually my 19th year participating in the Pennsylvania
And you're not
Farm
very
Show.
old. No, you were young. You must like this down
Yep,
here, right?
I was a
Yes.
very small child. But just communicating and learning all about the diversity in agriculture in Pennsylvania, that is really the biggest takeaway for me at the Pennsylvania Farm Show.
Now, I just hear on the grapevine that you know a little bit about square dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right? So I myself was known to kind of rather fine figure in my day, when I was younger, of course. But what can you tell me about square dancing during the farm show?
So on Monday night in the New Holland Arena, there will be a square dancing competition.
Really?
Yep. And there will be groups from all around Pennsylvania participating in the square dancing competition. And I'm not sure how familiar you are with the television, but it will be broadcast
If I
on
didn't invent it,
PCN.
I don't know it.
Absolutely.
So what, are you a square dancer yourself?
Yes, my family will be square dancing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well,
say hi to my friends. And,
all right. Well, it's great talking to you, Maddie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Hope to see you at Angora-Palooza.
I don't know if I introduced you. You're Madison. Tell me your last name again.
Shaw.
Madison Shaw. Yes. Great. Thanks so much.
Of course.
Say hello.
All right. I can tell you a little bit about this person because this is Cassandra Coleman. She's the executive director of America 250 PA, and I've had the pleasure of doing some work with this organization in some schools over the last year or so. And Cassandra Coleman is a powerhouse, I can tell you that. And she's going to tell you how your knowledge of history and civics and your sense of adventure will be put to the test. I believe I'm already part of Pennsylvania's story. They tell me.
You are,
Yeah,
and if you
and,
look, there's someone familiar back there on the
my
unit. Look at
goodness,
that.
Yes, look at that. Yes. That makes me look old. It makes me look fat. I'm sorry. How can I immortalize myself further as part of Pennsylvania's story at the mobile unit? So what can I learn here, and what can I learn about me?
Sure. So thank you so much, Ben, and thank you all for coming and visiting. So we are America 250 PA, the Commonwealth's official commission planning for all of the programming projects and events around this year's historic anniversary. And here you find the Countdown to 250 mobile experience powered by Penske. And while you're here, and I do encourage you to move around the unit, you can get your photo taken here with some of the iconic Pennsylvania symbols. You can go and test your U.S. and Pennsylvania history knowledge at the Pennsylvania Pursuit. The other side of the screen is actually an 8-bit video game called the Keystone Quest, where you drive your Butler County produced Jeep around Pennsylvania collecting coins and flags, but you have to avoid spotted lantern flies or rolling timber or you lose your coins. And then on the left side there, you can enter into the Commonwealth Chronicles, and you can answer a prompt to tell your Pennsylvania story, and those stories are being cataloged and sent to the Pennsylvania archives for generations to come to be able to reflect on those oral histories. So what I would encourage you to do is walk around the unit, take out your cell phones, and scan the QR codes. The entire wrap of the unit comes to life. If you happen to see a pin drop, I would encourage you to click the pin. You may just see some familiar faces like our Governor Josh Shapiro, who has a message for you. But again, we encourage you to walk around the unit and take it all in. So thank you so much.
Cassandra, you've been all over this state talking about America 250, and you've seen some great agriculture as well. Can you talk about what you've seen and where you've been?
Yeah, so America 250 EPA has partnerships with all 67 counties, and we're thrilled about that. We're the first state in the nation to have those partnerships with all of the counties and over 400 local municipalities. And again, we're really trying to engage every Pennsylvanian in every county and want to make sure that there's something for everybody. So again, you can go to our website, you can go to social media, and this unit will travel from April 1st through July 4th across all 67 counties. So you'll have an opportunity to visit it in your county as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. But I want to thank you for joining me on this adventure today. I'm now going to take my leave and whet my thirst and find out maybe what a pickle pizza is. I don't know what a pickle pizza, I don't know all of these things. But I'm going to turn this over to the Pennsylvania FFA president, Sarah Firestone.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Well, hello and good morning, everyone. I'm sure glad after that grand tour that we ended up here in the food court because my stomach is calling for a tasty treat. And now, actually, as I look over this table, one of my earliest farm show memories actually lied in that powdered potato donut because me and my sister used to have a race to see who could eat it the fastest. That's one of my favorite memories and traditions that this farm show has. But one of the most unique things that we offer here is being able to just spend time with the people around you. And not only that, but also meet all of the Pennsylvania agriculture commodity groups and nonprofit organizations that are serving locally grown, processed food here to Pennsylvania people and folks. And this is just a great opportunity to learn about Pennsylvania preferred products, locally sourced, given to people all across Pennsylvania. What an absolute blessing. And now this is a lot of food here, not one that I could stomach myself. So any leftover food at the end of the week will actually be donated to a local food bank to bless families right here in the community of Harrisburg. So not only is agriculture feeding the people here, but it's also feeding people in the community as well. Now, I'm excited to try a dill pickle pizza at our Pennsylvania FFA Foundation booth, but I urge you to go and meet the people that are actually serving you, because they are the life and breath of the agriculture industry. Just be able to ask questions and educate yourself about that commodity. Thank you so much for allowing FFA to be a part of this remarkable celebration, and happy Farm Show Week.
Okay. All right. Now we can.
Great job.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So nice to meet you.
So we're open. We can sample. Okay, let's sample. Come on, folks.